My DMing style when I started. Oh god, I hope this is balanced and I hope everything goes perfectly. Well, what if the players don't like it? My DMing style now. How do I get Crabrave into my campaign without my players noticing? Hey, what's up everybody, Skiddle Diddle Riddle here, welcome to another D&D Memes video. I just want to remind you before getting into this, if you haven't already, consider subscribing to the channel. It takes a few seconds and you can easily unsubscribe if you decide you change your mind or anything. And if you're already subscribed, leaving a like on the video would be very much appreciated. And yeah, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Regular RPG progression. Session 1, Save the Kittens. Session 40, Kill God. Just your average session progression. Yep, that sounds about right. Session 80. Your PCs are tired, weary of slaying eldritch beings. They go on a vacation and wander about rescuing kittens. Session 100. A dragon told you that all the drugs available are too weak for his massive body. He wants you to find a strong drug so he can also experience a high. Wait, but like, if he's just smoked a lot of weed, wouldn't he eventually get, you know, high from it? Just like a massive amount of weed? Like, I'm pretty sure that at some point it would be enough weed for him to get high. I love this item idea. D&D Item Idea. Bag of Holding. Used. It's exactly like a regular bag of holding, except that you got it second hand and everything you put in it comes out covered in glitter. Bag of holding, but for some reason it's entirely full of peas. This is a fun character idea. Concept. Elves are supernaturally good at everything, only because they live to be bonkers old, and if you were hot and sexy for thousands of years, you'd be kick-ass at archery and tree climbing and horseback riding too. But like, there's 20-year-old elves out there that are just straight dumbasses who can't do shit. Concept. Non-elves can't tell the 20-year-old elves apart from the 2000-year-old elves. Concept. There's a 20-year-old elf in your tavern and he's counting on this. So all adventurers are young elves then. Which is less embarrassing, a 20-year-old elf or a 400-year-old elf that barely knows how to cast magic missile? I studied magic theory for 200 years. Theory. Magic missile is applied magic, okay? I never thought I'd actually have to cast any of these spells. Mathematician majors versus physics and engineering majors.
I will grant you 3 wishes.
I wish that Dungeons and Dragons used metric.
Yeah, what the hell is up with that anyway? Good wish, bro. You still have 3 wishes.
This is exactly what's wrong with D&D, the fact that it's not in the metric system. That's the biggest problem with the game. My player entering the game shop to buy her 20th set of dice. Me leaving the game shop with an adult red dragon mini. That kinda ruins the surprise, huh? Every time I put a dragon in front of my players, I painstakingly try to balance the combat. They have never not f***ed it up. It's bizarre, but they choke every time. Split the party, stand right next to each other, steal from it. The list goes on. Never bought a mini though. So many different voices to remember. What it's like as a DM when the big bad evil guy attacks the village filled with NPCs. Okay, dude. Judy's got a solid 20 charisma. Trying to convince the DM that your paladin is still within their oath. They're not hostages, they're collateral friendships. Try closer to 30, and the charisma equivalent of indomitable might. Found the bard, you, a fool. D&D isn't a competitive game, it's about working together to create a story that everyone at the table is involved in and cares about. Me, an intellectual. D&D is a competition, and you win by being the first person to make the DM say "F*** you." I feel like some people that should not have gotten this idea might have gotten it now. If he dies, he dies. Rolling behind the screen. Huh, that's the 3rd natural one against you tonight, wizard. Very lucky. No, stop fudging the rolls. You're giving me an unfair advantage. Our victory isn't earned. Rolling openly. Wow, look at that. 3rd natural 20 against you tonight, wizard. Unfortunate. I will start rolling death saves again. Again, god damn it. Ah, poor wizards. Imagine having to fudge your natural ones instead of just naturally rolling them all the gosh darn time. Nothing like rolling high in a minor encounter, only to roll absolute trash in the boss fight. I had my party defeat a homebrewed monstrosity, and they took less than 15 damage between them. One hell of a holy man. Clerics in real life. Clerics in D&D. I feel like something similar to this would also work for monks. How the campaign was meant to go. The Lord of the Rings, the Fellowship of the Ring, of course. How it actually goes. Shrek was still hungry, so he ate a bolt of lightning. Yum, said Shrek, my diet is everything. You eat my food, said the cloud that made the lightning. Please at least tip 20%. Okay, said Shrek, I will get your tip from my bag. Shrek reached into his bag for his gun that killed clouds. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that book actually? Paranoid parents in the 80s and 90s were right. D&D is an evil gateway. You're just sitting around with your friends one day, and before you know it, you've spent all your money on dice, have 7 different imaginary wizards or warlocks in your brain, and you're constantly speaking in arcane tongues, spouting gibberish about proficiency bonuses or spell slots. Still can't do math though. Sign me up! Ah yes, I remember back in the distant time of 1993 when my parents went holy roller and burned all my books at the local church and then sent me to a weekly prayer circle with other children afflicted by the devil so we could overcome our link to evil that was D&D. Which, wonderfully, gave me access to more like-minded people my age and found one of the best groups I ever had the pleasure of gaming with. What the fuck, dude, not gonna lie, that looks like f***ing insane parents. Sharing, caring. In a dark corner of a dark dungeon lay an egg. It lay there for a long time, until one day it hatched, and a strange little monster came out. Swishy tail, frisky feelers, chitinous hide, scuttly legs. The little monster was very hungry. So it scurried off to find something to eat. Hello, little monster. Try some of this dead body, said a carrion crawler. But it was too stinky, so the little monster scurried on. Hello, little monster. Do sample some of this brain, said a mind flayer. But it was too squishy, so the little monster scurried on. Halt, vile beast. Prepare to taste my blade, said an adventurer. Clonk, crumble. It was delicious. The little monster ate the adventurer's iron gloves, and his iron boots, and his iron hat. After he ate all of the adventurer's iron clothes, the little monster wasn't hungry anymore, and neither were his friends. Ripped the adventurer. It was definitely created by a wizard who hated the melee classes, or a very self-righteous druid who dislikes refined metal. My DMing style when I started. Oh god, I hope this is balanced, and I hope everything goes perfectly. Well, what if the players don't like it? My DMing style now. How do I get Crabrave into my campaign without my players noticing? You might have not noticed, but it's a very important detail there. It's that the players must not notice it. Also, there's a solution to it. Of course. Simple. Magic island that makes everyone on it dance. If asked, tell the players the only known animal that lives there are crabs. If your players are anything like mine, they will fail to put 2 and 2 together. I feel like you're taking too much credit away from those players, because like I really don't think a lot of people would notice that. It seems obvious when you think about it, you know, but it's pretty subtle, I think, in the context of a D&D campaign, like in the middle of a game. Our DM made this the other day. PC 1, 2, 3 and 4. We have you on a rule technicality. There's nowhere left to run. DM. Are you threatening me, player characters? PC 3. The dice will decide your fate. DM. I am the dice. Sounds like the players don't appreciate all the rolls that the DM fudges for their sake. Funny part is, the DM doesn't fudge rolls, he says they're sacred. As they should be. Does a 47 hit? Will you shut up, man? Let me guess, he's a wizard? Well, it probably doesn't even matter if it's a 47. DM, can I roll to seduce the dragon? It's DC 75. Otherwise, the dragon is going to hate f*** you to death. Now roll. So you're saying there is a chance. Rest of the party. Why are you still attacking? It has resistance against physical damage. The one party member with no spells or magic weapons. Damage is damage. It's physical damage resistance, not immunity. That means there's still a limit to how much they can handle. Just keep attacking until the enemy has no more health. Goes for every game with enemies. When the bard fails his persuasion check. I sold the guy a fake Pekingese. It was a cat. You will not win me over with your use of twas. It wasn't trying to. Thanks D&D. Now I know the difference between strength, which is being able to crush it at the gym. Dexterity. Being able to ride the bus, no hands, while using my phone. Constitution. Being able to go the whole shift without a coffee. Intelligence. Knowing what I'm talking about. Wisdom. Knowing when to talk. Charisma. Talking to you. Hey baby. Finally someone explained it for my small brain. Constitution. Being able to go the whole shift without a coffee. Also, being able to drink like 5 coffees without shaking to pieces. Welp, I'm sure this can't possibly go wrong in any way. Party Artificer. Reluctant DM. So, how badly do you want to have access to guns? More than anything in the world, DM. You guys already know what time it is, right? Oh, you don't? Oh, okay, well, it's comment review time. Warlocks are magic YouTubers, but when they're sponsored by a really big company. Oh man, I wish I was a warlock right now. Does the Paladin of Common Men have proficiency with hammers and sickles, perhaps? I think he should. I checked the PDF and I don't find that anywhere, so I don't think he does. Well, that version doesn't. But maybe he should have, yeah. My next character is going to be one of the following. Here's 2 character ideas for you guys. A goblin wizard who is a mega genius, but only by goblin standards. Besides that, he's just an average wizard with a massive ego. A human cleric who is actually just really naive and in reality is a warlock trying to recruit more people for his cult, who he thinks is just a normal church. This information will not be disclosed to the other party members. I think I really like the goblin idea between these two. Both are great, but I think I like that one more. Oath of the Common Man? More like Oath of the Hammer and Sickle. Das vidania, comrade. Alright, that's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching, I hope you enjoyed it. Please leave a like if you did and subscribe for more if you haven't already. Also, thank you to those of you supporting the channel on Patreon. I really appreciate it, guys, so thanks a lot for that. Links below if you want to follow me on Instagram or Twitter. Also, there's a link if you want to join the Discord server, share your stories, or just chat with other people interested in D&D. And there's also a link to the Patreon if you want to check that out. And yeah, that's it. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time. Have a great day, bye!